Same jacket, same day. It's April 22nd. No, April 21st. But you're looking at this in April. I mean, sorry. Oh, God, May. Thank God for editing. I didn't edit it just so I can show you how terrible it can be. Unless I do edit. And I'm not getting paid, right? Nobody is, though. I understand you don't have money. You guys actually have funny. Uh, let's talk about your phonies later. Did you know that that's what Tesla calls them? Yeah, he used to call them phonies. Um, it's just one Y away if you look at it. It's just like, what the fuck? So here's the thing that I wanted to talk about. See, you know, I live in what is called the World Condense. It's a small community, and it's called Idlewild in the San Jacinto Mountains, Southern California. So it's the world condensed. This means that what you find happening globally is like condensed in this fucking area. I'm telling you, everywhere from the darn reptilians shapeshifting right in front of you, it's a hive. Stationed, Epstein file, perhaps child trafficking base. The trains are right down there. They have to ship them around, and you know, well, but no, yes, as well as zombies. There's the zombies are you would never think that, like, because I remember just in the 80s it wasn't so zombastic. No, there were people like this and they're like, God, isn't this great? Yeah, I love walking the back trails. Did you know they stocked the trout with creek this year? Sorry, the creek with trouts. uh, and and yes, have you gone fishing? And the trails were worn because nobody really used their car. They knew that they can walk, right? And you know, it's infiltrated with less and less people that lived in intention to keep it clean, and also that how that if you kept this place where I lived in the wilderness area, if you take care of it, it will take care of you literally. I mean, an atom bomb can go off and you'd be like, all right, trouts, we're good. Let's hope the rock properly covered the road. We liked it that when the stones fell on the road, but the thing that I noticed is it's like the population of people that were secretly operating, the ones that put the cameras up that make you afraid of your own privacy, but then in the background they're shipping the children and trafficking them. Come on, you guys. Can you wake up a little tiny bit and take reality back? You know, just say, hey, look at these cameras. I love it. Let's kiss, darling, in front of it. Did you know I have genitals? Cool, let's put it back up. That's the way a woman would be anyway. You just want to stop a bunch of officers from proceeding on fucking up your protest. Just get a woman to stand there naked, open, spread eagle, and it's like, ugh, no, she's got to be beautiful. That's where you get the fear. You're like, oh, they're like, can we go home now? This is confusing, boss. Well, today it's just tons of energy, and okay. So, well, this is true with when your eye is open. You can't hide much from us, and it kind of scares people. See now, but what I'm getting is that the truly demonic, spiritually possessed, and it's up here, it's everywhere though. This is the world. They know that I'm here. They know that I'm in front of them, and they're completely transparent. It's just basically I see that they're running what they are to run. See, it's a class wars out there. I don't know if you understand. If you're a big money maker right now, most likely you are a narcissist. Yeah. Um, you could be watching this in your elder age. If you're a man, you have plenty of money, and you, you're just stuck in at 14 years old when you sexually matured. Yeah, and the That's the biological accomplishment, and then, but see, you didn't achieve any real life, like getting out of that mind that gets caught in the body, if you would say, because there's such a thing as, this is kind of contradictory is what I'm saying, but to be locative of your body, you have to, you go get in through it. This is the same for both men and women, that they get caught in biological intelligence and they think that that's their accomplishment and they're done. And that means that to have children is like that, in their intelligence level is just, that's, and really they don't know, is like, well, no, that's, you don't even need any kind of, you can be in a coma. They can incubate, actually. They can make kids in an incubator with just the mixture of the fluids that you have, and then certain more chemistry and heat, and it's far out, but they can. So what I'm saying is that, no, see, there's a delicacy of us having a creator, and we're connected to the universe, and that's, now we're getting into the spiritual, the spirit. See, it's mind, body, spirit. To intermingle with that, there's where we say, almost like you get ideas over of your own, sorry, but really you're original thinker and you're receiving. Now you can take yourself to American Idol, baby. You don't take credit and ride the coattails of biological intelligence and say that I did this. It's beside the point, because if that's all you're doing, what are you handing towards your kids, like as an accomplishment of your own intellectual contribution? If it's just biological intelligence as that, you're handing them death, because if there's a goal to biology, it's, if you want to look at the end result, let's see where it goes, it dies. Right. Ideas last longer. Like, ask Tesla over there, who made the phony. At least they're being honest. They have to. It's sad that you think right now that I'm there. I'm not on. I'm not on Facebook. What I mean is, I'm not on the screen there. I know where I am in 3D at all times. I'm not confused. Yeah, I could take a Polaroid of myself or a selfie, and that picture, it's not me. I'm right here in reality. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's something that you should get down to. Just be as fucking, like, contemplate it. Shut the doors, turn out the lights, lock the windows, pull the curtains. It's safe. You can get into your mind. Contemplate. Where am I, really? Because you might go beyond the body and get into that spirit, the oneness of the whole realm. That's what's really ideal. Yeah, yeah. It gets so much more interesting than just kind of all of a sudden you're like, and you dial in, and it's like on this rhythm, and you're like, what the hell is that? Well, that's your biologic, that's your body. Your body is capable of such amazing music. If you see, notice how I'm breathing. It's just, if you can get into your breath alone, see, you can breathe a certain way, and all of a sudden ramp up your electric body into super, like, human strength. I'm not kidding. See, a lot of people, they run and then they build up the cardio and then they start breathing that way. But see, it's kind of like you can start breathing that way, and then you have all this energy. You're not running. And then you just go boom. You can deliver it. Crazy. I do it. And that's how I've kind of lived here for the past, it was about 7 years or 6 years that I've experienced this. I've been diffused of it. And well, I wasn't able to share it in person by the time somebody got to me, which I've been in isolation for a long time. I don't like talking about it because it kind of makes me vulnerable, and I'm okay. I have my ways of making myself feel comfortable. And I always wonder if I can do that, because I love serving apple pie. I'm really nice. I don't make people feel unwelcome. No way. I learn that whoever comes to my door is there because they're my friend. And I offer them things right away. Um, uh, um, but that's what scares them if it's a matter of alignment, if they're meant to be there or not. Most likely they're not. I don't know. I have a way of chasing you away, baby. Let me just tell you that if you're the enemy. Did I tell you that there's two types here? There's people that are capable of being friends. There's friends and there's enemy. Yeah. You have to get it right in your head. What I mean is that there's people that are capable of being a friend. They don't discriminate. They know that there's dangerous people, but they are diffused around these people that are actual friends. They really are. It's just like they don't get the bad luck. They don't get the karma from these karmic people. They're like, oh no, you're cool. But they're on the other side of the tracks. See, the enemy is on the other side of the tracks. They are incapable of being that good energy and or friend. They're lost in a black hole. There's probably nobody there. The enemy is posing as a friend. That's just the generalization of it. That's why that they opened up social media. I'm glad I'm telling you about this. And I'm going to keep repeating it. In the beginning was to find friends. Now here's how you recognize your friends, kids. Because it's hard, right? I mean, you meet somebody within 5 minutes. How are you going to tell? Well, here's how you can tell. First of all, you get a gut feeling, right? That's number one. Number one, your guts will tell you. But now check out their conversation. If you hear the word yes a lot within the first 2 minutes, you hear the word God and or love, that's your friend right there. Yeah. See, now I'm getting into the warrior's world. How do you know that there's a warrior there? Like bird of a feather. Is it a friend? Is it the one that's dwelling in his majestic garden, heavenly? Or is it the enemy that dwells in the toxic garden, hellacious, babe? See here, now listen to me. You do not for one bit as a warrior step into the garden of the enemy's toxic lair. You just hold ground in your gardens and you sharpen your swords. Your sword is all you have to use here. Notice the word in the word sword. Now you want to make sure, in case you want to know how to get the $3 trillion, you want to make sure that you're impeccable with your swords. Because you're celebrating now, see, it's not only calling out the enemy, but you're calling out your friends who are warriors. See, you're sharpening your swords. If you are indeed an impeccable warrior, you're pretty high up there in rank. You have a garden around you, and everything is clicking. Like that's how you know. You're like, oh, the light is shimmering. They have abundance. They're a pot of gold, and you're like, the enemy. Oh, the enemy can't get in there because they don't align. They think about it. They go, and they go to their toxic garden and they fight amongst themselves and they rob. See, you don't ever go to their toxic garden and try to convince them. They want what you have. Which, first of all, they wouldn't know a damn thing. You wouldn't know either unless we talked about it. We start waving our swords in the air. Now, at this point, I want to make the sound of the sword. Yep. We start just sharpening it. We say, hey, truth of which you can't really say it, but did you know that a child knows the truth until they start believing what they're told? We do have words we need to say. We couldn't do it any other way, because we're not really going to chop your head off. Babe, I'm talking about words. Whew, God. Did you know that there's a double-edged sword that's supposed to happen here? I don't have the right sword. You know, you're free to capitalize anywhere, anytime, by the way. Capitalize. You don't know what capitalization means? I bet you didn't know what a watch meant either. But it's right there in front of your face watching you. It's funny. Don't worry, we'll get these words. The fact that it's like The Simpsons. It's like, how did they know that we were supposed to capitalize and we never knew what capitalism it was? Well, first of all, they want you to hate it. They do that all the time. It is so irritating that I would like to, it's almost like you want to just chop your own head off and say, why am I here? I would like to make sense a little bit. Well, they are making sense, babe. It does make perfect sense. But when they steal it from you and say, oh, that's what a narcissist does, man. You know, they're like, oh, God, man, they're going to do it first. It's so weird. It is. And that's the way they steal it from you, if you've ever fucking noticed it. Oh, it's called transferring. It's called destiny transfer. Watch out for that. You would not believe this realm that we live in. That see, you can be just, all of a sudden now you're learning all of this. Like, okay, now all of a sudden now I'm having to learn how to. I'm recognizing when there's a black magic spell. I know that there's like 3 groups, maybe 4, 5, that have been doing black magic. I'm pretty sure I live inside of a damned hive full of fucking satanic witches. But I live in the United States. It might be a normal thing. How about you? Have you noticed anything in your area? I'm here for a reason. Here's why. There's something called the 144, but see, that's mythological. I'm lit up like a Christmas tree. I am stationed here, a pillar. I'm a caterpillar. No, I'm done doing that. I'm done. And you can tell, I'm like, whoops, I got to go to court. I got my wings, and they're like, explain yourself. Well, I got my wings, sir, and they didn't like it. It was time to talk, and they didn't want to. So I thought I'd be heard here. Thank God. I can't believe your language. Can we sit down and talk? In the beginning, you had me swear to God about something. Pardon me. Which God is it? By the way, did you notice outside the building there it says criminal justice system? Do you want to erase one word out of there? Because, I mean, really, just for now, it's scaring the children. The criminals are getting justice around here? I mean, it's a criminal justice system? Okay. Right now, I see that there's nothing to eat here. I need to get the fuck out of here and then go to lunch and that place over there. What the fuck? Do you realize I had to bring my own lunch because it's like poisoned? Now this is what I wanted to tell you and talk about. Do you like this act? Well, fucking get used to it. I'm an entertainer and I'm teaching you spiritually. It's a refreshment. You're going through World War III and I'm entertaining you. I'm a comedian. And I don't get paid? That's your problem. I get paid by God. Now I get energy. Oh, God. And then see, now getting back to my 3D, I went to try to get food because I don't have money for my cat from the same place. Can we stop this? It's from the same place that, okay, it's on film here. People know me personally. Hi, Patsy. I tried to have 2 kittens here. One of the kittens died from their food that they gave me. Their food is poisonous. They're using the same food that, we already know that it's poisonous, okay? But they're proudly just, they're also, so this woman gives me this food. This is the first time when my cat died from the food. I could not feed the cats this food anymore. Cats do not eat themselves to death. No, that food had something in it. And it wasn't too rich. No, it wasn't. Cats are used to eating really rich, like oily, and even almost halfway rotten food. That's the way they live. And so when this I don't want to say any names right now, but it's up here. It's a foundation that they call themselves people that are helping the animals. And they do free services, and they are offering me a free vet visit. I told them though that I don't have any money. Here's what happened as soon as I said that. She snapped and said, well, take this food then. and it was weird. The energy, this is where I'm saying that I am clairvoyant and you don't get this past me, babes. See, they poisoned my cat the first time. First of all, you don't get that past me. Even though I was foggy then being attacked at all angles, I'm telling you, people are trying to make me feel like I don't have very bright faculties when in fact I'm moving in and out. I am way, my head can be way up in the cosmos and I can receive plasmatic information that comes from, I think it's, yeah, no, this is extraterrestrial, the English alphabet. And then, but I'm actually rooted in the ground. I love meditation. And I would really love to invite some people in and be able to slow down and like, let's grow something. Let's get into cleaning the water. I don't know, just on our off time when we're not um, channeling and being entertainers across the world like this, right? I mean, maybe you have to be versatile that way, and maybe it's a great situation here. Maybe. We all know it's difficult, right? Boy, we are just lighting up into some heavy duty time of spiritual warfare. Some of us have received downloads, initiations showing us further how the nature of reality really is. And that's where we're talking about, I can't believe it, um, the split and then this 5D thing. I said I can't believe it is because I have made so many videos. And then I'm channeling, and when I look at it later, see, I'm trying to give you really, I want this information to purify. But I'm being attacked, and then there's a reason that I'm being attacked. There's a reason. You're on to the decoding system, right? Just the way it is. There's fourth dimensional, interdimensional parasites. I think I've already talked about this. This is so weird, right? And I'm trying to share this I would like for it to be shared to millions of people, right? That's why I'm putting this here. But only if you get it, And that's good because you're not getting this information, right? Maybe you do. Hit like and subscribe. Do you know the work of David Icke? I'm not going by his work. I met him in 2015 through here that only confirmed the work that I was doing when I started noticing shape-shifting reptilians. Getting back to where I live. It's pretty fucking, well, it's the world condensed. Is this the same video? I'm glad because I might be kind of doing a good round in circle. Usually I do. I'm a musician and it's like you start one way and you go whoop, 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 and I don't know, babe, but it's based on subject matter, geometrics, harmony. It's really trippy. If it's the truth, it's going to work out and come out the other end and connect. Hit send. Don't even hesitate. I do listen to it and I get reinformed. It's like, no wonder. And I just send it. Because I'll get imposter syndrome and get into the narcissist paradigm, which they're not available not to anything. So, but see, they want your energy. It's a whole different ball game, babes. You have no idea what's happening. It's not about the obvious over there. And then they turn around and they're money makers and shit, and they running the machine, and that machine, see, it involves so many resources. But look at how like trashy it is. Look at how unproductive it really is. Look how it just doesn't even take care of its trash. It could probably use its trash. In fact, it does, but it does it so inefficiently. It's doing it as like weaponry. It's doing it as just like in there, and like that's what you get. I mean, God, if you could only fucking see what I see, and I'm trying to share it with you. Hi, Carlos. You're welcome, by the way. Um, People are getting on here. They're not on here for no reason. Oh, I've thumbed through it. I'm an Aquarius moon, and the astrologers, the oracles. That's what it's here for, babes. There are channels here. Imagine if Tesla had his own channel. If it was totally, I stuttered right there because it's like, well, he did though. He made it up. but they're lying to you. That's when they started hiding it, as far as Tartaria. That was a choreographed global operation because it's timeless. They popped in, whatever built it hid technologies. That's what they're doing right now. Do you realize that they have a technology that you can hook into your teeth, and you are actually, as a human aperture, it's okay. It's kind of safe, especially, it's safe if they tune it to the right frequencies. And what happens is that a hologram pops in front of you, and it's wider than your cell phone. And you can hear, it's very, very much interacting with consciousness, baby. But not in a negative way. See, the advanced humanoid that they're wondering, is there aliens? Yes, there are, but they are human, and they are operating their machinery with consciousness. They hook it in, and all they have to do is use their retinas. They kind of go boop, like that. There's New York, turn that way. And it's not even like that, because they can relax after a while. I don't know, they have an android, you know what I mean? And it's just how it is. It's going on. I would not tell you this accurate, like for sure, because unless I had not, sorry, I don't know how to do the train. I would not tell you this unless I had not seen the vehicles that they're using. I saw it for myself. I was getting frustrated too. I was like, this fucking alien shit. But I know that they've been talking about it for, well, there's evidence of something happening, like the pyramids, and we're supposed to. They built it with swinging dicks, and they had some ropes, and the monkeys were there with them too, and they just pushed it across, and it was over there, and it came over from over here. No. Come on now. I mean, yeah, but no. They wore better clothes than that. How about that? They use Velcro. Fuck this tying your shoes. Oh, God have mercy. Just don't tie them together. Don't trip. There's my kitty. In other words, there's so many possibilities for the human aperture. And we see it. It's all here right now. And really, it's a matter of your consciousness. See, why I saw, as well as I saw the 120 satellites that frickin' Elon Musk would release right overhead. And I'm a clairvoyant, and I'm looking at it and like, this is bad news for the human occupation. Whoa, God have mercy on the sheep. The poor things. Got to decipher that satellite thing. That's not a real word. Sat elite is, yeah, they're sitting right on top of us. Oh, the money. The money is what sits on us. We don't raise our consciousness, and we're not saying, well, you know what, we can take this all back. Let's just unify ourselves, because we're already unified. How is that dumb shit? I have my own reality. No, you don't. Let's do a reality check. There's only one reality behind all realities. In fact, reality is God. If you're confused, even more, we can talk about it. And you can get this down. I'll be as patient as I can. Reality is now. Go like this, put your hand up, and then turn your head just beyond the nose. Outer space. The final frontier. Where all men are wandering. Blind. They're hallucinating and imagining a life to be. They're like, I gotta go. There's a future. Progress is happening. And the woman, she's over there masturbating. She's like, well, I'll see you when you get home tonight. And then the milkman comes, and you have no idea what's happening over there. She's the one more apt to actually cheat. Did you know that? While the man is like, I know what I'll do. I got bitch in. She's had the kid. And he just runs out the door, 9 to 5. That's all he's got to do. For 35 years, and she's left at home. She's a home body, stay-at-home wife. Well, see, when the milkman did, like a mailman, milkman, you know, she has another curriculum. He's doing that over there, and she's like, man, I like to have sex. You don't even know because that's her thing. She's dabbling all over the place. She has to get into it because she's the one that can have children here. Men can't. And so he gets stuck in patterning, really fucking crazy. And see, her job is to bring him out of that. But can she? Does she? Does she know that? Well, she's busy like staying in orgasm, that's for sure. But is he? Are they in unison? No, I mean, it's good that she's there for him, right? But as far as the milkman thing, that's called a stink butt. He could probably go, that smells like weird. Sorry. How terrible. Why am I doing this? This is April 21st, and I'm actually extremely stressed out. I'm trying to tell you that the place where I went, I shouldn't be going there because they poisoned my cat the first time. The woman that handed me the food, which it looks like good food, uh, the kittens couldn't handle it. When I fed it to my cat just as an emergency later on when she got a little bigger, no, she stunned out. She got fucking kind of ill. And that's when I just threw the rest of those cans away. I think I saved one can to just say, look, what is in here? But in fact, a lot of canned food is like that. Did you know that it was like on the news? They're saying, oh, watch out. Like, right? Do you remember when it was found that pets were dying? So this woman, when she was having, I'm sorry, babes, it's up here. The world condensed. Is this the same fucking video I'm trying to tell you? Okay, so as far as the class wars, okay, I am appearing to her, and I gave her a little bit too much information by saying, oh, you know, I don't have money. I just said it kind of dumb like that. She reacted like, boom, like, oh, I know what to do now. And she went to the cupboard, she got this food that's no label on it. It's repackaged, it's rebagged, but her demeanor, because I'm clairvoyant, and she knows it. The enemy knows that I'm here. They see me right away, and they want to kill me. I can hear them thinking about me. It's because I do these videos, I guess, and you're thinking about me more and more. But see, you're thinking about me, but you're not helping me. I'm asking you for fucking funds because I want to get away from a manipulator that's in my 3D dimensional that will never admit that they have this certain way about them. And it's like, well, but can we look at your past? And they don't want to do that. And see, they're bringing me into my shadow and they're holding me down with all kinds of like stuff that it's like, okay, we could, how long is this going to take before anybody realizes that nobody is really growing up, but I'm in constant healing mode and I need to get the fuck away from there. Because it's just not fucking, okay, so, but you see, everybody is having this problem, right? Yeah, everybody is in hell of just like this microclimatic thing. And when I start talking about it, like up close to some people, especially women, they start fading out. Because why? Here's why. No, this is why nobody can help you, babe. Is because I was going to say only Jesus can help you. But no, it's like this. Only you can help Jesus, hon. If you just wake yourself up to the fucking story, it is hilarious. After the people killed, and then they have all this like weird stuff about Jewish people. Which did you know that I I didn't know. See, I thought Jewish meant that a certain kind of person, like Chinese, Japanese, Jewish. No, no. Apparently, you can have a fucking Ethiopian Jewish person, a black Jewish person, a Chinese Jewish person. And so I'm like, okay, so what's that? I don't know. So scratch that. I kind of noticed that though. And so they're adopting a traditional belief that says that now I'm Jewish. Okay? But you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't have any beliefs. Can you become human? It's a humanoid extraterrestrial layer here. We're trying to do something productive anyway. What is that? What? So, but then, so that was who was involved with the money thing? I don't know. I don't know the story. But let's get back to that. In fact, people killed him, and then they had to admit that it was the leader. I don't know. Some people actually understand what that sacrifice is all about. I see what it is. It's like, if you ever think you're going to take yourself out because you can't make enough money, or that you're like you no, well then make sure you go public with it. Do some kind of thing at court. Make them kill you and say this is because it's ridiculous. That's basically the story of Christ. Did you know that they keep killing scientists right now? Like eight because of what's happening in the world right now and stuff. They're just and see. That's what I worry about, right? Because I am like an ultimate scientist here with my decoding, and I figured out that sanctuary has to happen. Over financing here, you open your central banking based on how your eye is open. You know God, right? No? Well, that's okay. See, there are sheep here, and then there are shepherds. And the sheep, no, see, the sheep know better. They really do. See, you don't know how simple it is. And we reassure you that, no, you're okay. Just be careful of the wolves in sheep clothing, and the wolves. But no, you're fine. You can see birds and words. You can see birds for yourself just fine. You're fine. You can say, well, it's like in the word satellite. You would need a shepherd for that one, and we'd say, no, look, that says sat elite right there. Don't let that go over your meadow. Okay, got it. Excuse me, well, you said that you were going to release 60,000 satellites, when really that's your way of controlling our minds. We should be able to know something about this. Like, can you tune it to Mary Had a Little Lamb? We like that song. We don't want demonic energies floating in and out of our airspace that keeps us at a low because, well, did you know that they have been experimenting on electromagnetic frequencies for, well,